I have been planning it for a long time. A long time. I had to get permission to do it. It's been a secret thing. It's been on a need-to-know basis only. Only a few select personnel have been allowed to know this until it actually came out. I'm not going to spoil it, except to say, yes, there is a huge twist. There are quite a lot of huge twists, actually, but there's one particularly huge twist in it. It's going to have massive ramifications for, if nothing else, for the third book in the series, Pandemonium, which is due, and it will probably have great ramifications for the Eisenhorn Inquisitor series, and I think it will probably, in the long run, have massive implications for the universe as a whole. I quite like the fact that we can sneak a big twist like that into what appears to be a subsidiary story thread. I think is really fun because I think it made it twice as unexpected.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about potential future storylines in Warhammer 40,000. As you've just watched there, that interview was taken from a YouTube channel called Ars Technica, and I'll include the link to the full interview down below if you want to go and check it out. But there's a few bits in that interview that really stuck out to me, and there's a few branches that we actually have now from Dan Abnett that I want to explore, want to talk about, and want to go into, because I personally feel that something massive is going to be happening over the next few years for Warhammer 40,000. I think potentially this could be the start of a new storyline for 10th edition, much like we had the Rift breaking up the galaxy with 8th edition. Maybe something bigger is going to be happening with that edition. Now, before we jump into this, we will be talking briefly about some of the story aspects in Dan Abnett's Eisenhorn, Ravener, and current Beckwin series that he has out. If you haven't read them, if you're currently reading them, then this is your time now to abandon the video if you don't want to be spoiled, because I don't want to ruin these stories for you, because they're fantastic tales in the 40k IP. So just going back to that clip that was shown in the beginning of the video, Dan Abnett mentioning there is a huge reveal. There's going to be a lot of things in the upcoming book called Pandemonium, which is the third book in the Beckwin series. Now, of course, people who have stayed on this video, you will know that at the end of the second book of the Beckwin series, it was revealed, or supposedly revealed, that the King in Yellow, or the Yellow King, is Constantine Valdor. Yes, Constantine Valdor, the same Valdor who was at the Emperor's side all the way through the Unification Wars, all the way through the Great Crusade, all the way through the Horus Heresy. Basically, the Emperor's go-to man, his most trusted individual, is still alive, and apparently he is making an army of blanks with the aid of Space Marines, with the aid of Custodes, in a type of little mini pocket universe where no one can interrupt them. That was basically laid out in the second book. Now, one of the questions I normally get asked about this reveal of Constantine Valdor is, well, if he is the Yellow King, then if this is going to be happening, then where is he in the current lore? Because for those of you who don't know, the Beckwin story right now, the second book in the Beckwin story, I think if I'm not off by a couple of years, a couple of hundred years, it happened 400 years before the return of Rebooty Gilliman. Now, we all know Rebooty's back, and we know that there's no Constantine Valdor that has returned. So does something happen? Is something else going to happen? Is that pocket dimension for the blanks going to get destroyed? Is it going to live on? Is it ready to strike? And this is why I think now maybe this is going to lay the tracks for a 10th edition storyline, because we've had Rebooty's return, we've had the galaxy split in half. What other big event can draw us in? Who could return to make some earth-shattering waves that we would all love? Now, of course, again, in Dan Abnett's statement, he said there's huge twists, there's huge reveals, and I personally think one of the twists will be that the King in Yellow won't actually be Constantine Valdor. I think at one point in history, he was the Yellow King. I don't think Valdor is dead, by the way. I'm not saying that he's, someone killed him or stabbed him in the back. Hopefully not anyway, because I absolutely love Valdor. I do think Valdor has a plan still out there in the galaxy. He's got his own motives. For those of you who don't know, he's got a weapon that basically makes him see like the souls of the people he kills. So yeah, a lot of things have been affecting him, should I say, lately, because he can basically see like the true nature of chaos and stuff and still not be corrupted. But again, that's probably another story for another time. Now, you know where I'm probably going to be going with this. Everyone's waiting for, go on Valrak, say it. I think that maybe, just maybe, there is a chance that the King in Yellow potentially could be Rogul Dawn. There's a couple of reasons behind this. It would make sense from a lore standpoint, explaining where Rogul Dawn has been. Now, I know what you gotta say. Conrad Kerr saw Rogul Dawn's death. He was brought down by cultists. Maybe he was brought down by cultists, but maybe he was saved at the last second. Saved by who? Saved by what? We don't know. At the end of the day, if you kill a Loyalist Primarch, if you're a cultist and you kill a Loyalist Primarch, a Space Marine, or should I say a Chaos Space Marine, and you kill a Loyalist Primarch, the first thing you gotta do is wear his trophies. You take off his head, you show it, look at what we've done to your daddy Primarch Imperial Fist. There was none of that. There was no trophies, there was no mention of anything. The only thing that was found was Rogul Dawn's hand. And I personally think maybe Rogul Dawn chopped off his hand and left that as some type of sign to his sons to like keep on fighting. You are now the fist of the Imperium. Because again, as Dan Abnett stated, only a few people know the big reveal, the big retwist of this last book, Pandemonium. The reason for that is, of course, loose lips sink ships. That's the old saying. So only like the inner circle, the inner core, or the hierarchy of Games Workshop know about this reveal. That's why we've heard nothing about it, like leaks or anything like that. It's, you know, it's the top honchos that know about this. And again, that adds more fuel to the fire that whatever's going to be revealed, Valdor, Dawn, or, you know, someone else, which we'll mention in a second, that means that potentially that is going to be a big game changer. Again, in the video, I keep referring to this video because it's a great video. It actually states that this is going to have massive repercussions, not only for that story, but for the lore itself, the wider universe itself, when it finally gets revealed. And can I also mention, in that interview, which again is included down in the description, I just want to show that off for you there, I actually did a full reaction to that interview. I don't know whether to post that or not over on the channel if you guys want to go through it with me. But he actually states that Rogul Dawn is his favourite Primarch. He states it in there, so again, I'm just trying to connect certain wires here, which is making me smile in ways that you will probably make you very, very uncomfortable. The King in Yellow, Dawn's his favourite Primarch. It's, you know, it's kind of, it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. You're probably calling me deluded and insane, but to me, it makes complete sense. Now, of course, I'm going to give another theory here because I've had my personal fanboy theory, but I think that whatever's going to be happening in this next book, it will lead to a reveal of a Primarch, either loyal or unloyal, coming back for 10th edition. I'm going to put my money on loyal because there's been a lot of rumours that a loyalist Primarch is coming back for 10th edition. I've heard from sources that the Lion is coming back. I've been hearing now recently that Vulcan is coming back, and the Vulcan one's actually kind of a spicy one, but we'll probably go into that maybe another rumour another time, because that could then mean a lot of stuff happening on Armageddon, big stuff happening on Armageddon. But personally, I think that maybe it could be the Lion coming back. I don't know what could happen in this little pocket universe that could do that. Maybe the King in Yellow is trying to figure out the way to find the loyalist sons of the Emperor to bring them back to life. With the reveal of Rebooted Gilliman coming back to life, maybe that's the start of this kind of shadow war that's been going on. Again, if you've read the book, you'll understand what's been going on with the King in Yellow and, you know, all the cognite, let's say. I don't want to go too much into it in case people haven't read the books and you're just like gliding along here, but there's a lot of awesome stuff that has been happening in what I like to call the Abnett-verse, because Dan Abnett with Inside 40k has kind of made his own grimdark 40k, where, you know, there's underlying stories that are happening everywhere that slowly connect, like Sabbath, the Sabbath Crusades, Ravener, all the cool stuff, Gaunt's Ghost, you know, all the awesome stories that he's made over the vast number of years. Now, just before we end the video, I just want to ask you, yes, you, the viewer, the question of what do you think is going to happen? What's going to be this big reveal which will have, you know, massive consequences, not only for the books, but for the lore, as Dan stated? Do you think it's going to be Valdor as the main reveal? Is he going to be the king in yellow? For me, again, the only thing that is making me think twice about it being Valdor is that it seems like it's been given to us on a plate. Like, it's right there. Yeah, it's Valdor, and that is it. I think there's a lot more to come. I think there's a lot more betrayal, a lot more twists. Again, as Dan said, there's a lot more twists in this, and I don't think it will be Valdor. I would take it if it is Valdor. I've got nothing against Valdor. To be fair, Valdor is one of my favourite characters that Games Workshop has ever made, because just how stoic and how brutal, how just courageous and amazing he is. If you've read the Siege of Terror stuff, he's been shining there already. But yeah, if it is Valdor, I'll take it. But I just think it's just too easy for us at the moment just to say it is Valdor. I think something else is going to happen, something bigger, something more spectacular that will really make us sit down and go, oh my holy emperor, what the hell is going on? Anyway, Chaprunios, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching this video. As always, hopefully your Monday is going good. Well, if you're watching this right now live, it is Monday. Again, post it down below what you think. Am I deluded to think it's Rogel Dawn? Is Rogel Dawn dead? How dare you even think that? Rogel Dawn lives, you absolute heretics. Anyway, see you soon. Have a great day, and bye-bye.